So crucial to make sure vetting so important before getting into committed relationship, making sure you have checked all the places: trauma history, family dynamic, how they resolve conflict, their commitment, their history of commitment, what their exes they've gone through and what they've learned from their exes. Big red flag is when they just blame everything on their exes, why their previous relationship did not work. This video right here today is a reason why it's so important, especially in heterosexual relationships. Sometimes even in same sex marriages, this can play out where one partner is very domineering. They are making a checklist, like he literally make a checklist with dates and times. Sometimes they do that, especially men, but they will not be as straightforward as this guy. But it's the truth. Become a slave and make.
Welcome back to the Imani Forrester channel. As you know, Imani Forrester is the author of 30 Reasons Why Men Deserve Nothing, which you can find in the description box below. Y'all, I came across this so-called list from an entitled dusty husband who gave this to his spouse, describing how she could become a better wife, and this is some nasty work. Diabolical work. I would say I was surprised, but nothing these ex-wives do really surprises me anymore. Lisa, wherever you are out there, I feel so bad for you. I'm sorry for you, because what the hell is this?
Lisa's daily routine for becoming a better wife. 1. Wake up at 5 a.m. to prepare breakfast for your husband. Eggs, bacon, toast, freshly brewed coffee. Make sure everything is ready by 5:30 a.m. 2. Gym from 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. Keep in shape, no excuses. 3. Clean the entire house from 7:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m., including vacuuming, dusting, and mopping the floors. Laundry must be done daily and folded by 10 a.m. 4. Prepare lunch for your husband by 12 p.m. Pack it the night before if necessary. 5. Dinner must be served at 6:30 p.m. sharp. A fresh, home-cooked meal every day. No takeout allowed. Be available for snacks and drinks whenever your husband or his friends are around, especially after 8 p.m. Snacks must be homemade. 7. Ensure the house is quiet after 9 p.m. for your husband's relaxation. No distractions during his TV time. 8. Go to bed by 10 p.m. to get enough rest, but only after making sure everything is ready for the next day. Smile and be supportive no matter how tired you are, because a good wife keeps the household stress-free. You know, I have to be honest. On the last one when it said be in bed by 10 p.m., but I was completely expecting it to say, be in bed by 10 p.m., but don't go to sleep until after we've had sex, unless I decide I don't want to have sex tonight. Then you can go to bed whenever you want. I am super surprised that one wasn't there.
I was honestly surprised Smex wasn't at the end too, but maybe he realized how turned off she would be by him after waiting on him hand and foot all day. But I think the most diabolical thing about this list is that he ended it all with, and do everything with a smile no matter how tired you are. Look, it was so apt of this creator to say, happy wife, happy life, because I'm pretty sure this is exactly what this ex-wife thinks the phrase means. Of course, he'd invert the meaning to erase the aspect of being a good husband, and it just kind of speaks to how much of a main character these ex-wives think that they are. Clock that he knows this would be exhausting to anybody. He just doesn't want to perceive a woman's feelings outside of a plastered smile. This gives me heavy, you should smile more vibes, because these kinds of ex-wives don't give a damn how you really feel or what you've gone through that day. He just wants you to put on a show for him because it makes him feel good. Back to the diabolical list, it's the fact that he knows. He knows if it were him being saddled with all the household labor and treated like a mule, he'd be burnt out by the end of the night, but still has the audacity to tell Lisa to smile through it anyway. But for a lot of males, the way that a woman should prove her love is to show how much bullshit she's willing to endure for him. How much is she willing to abandon herself and her humanity to please me? Let's get into a few responses and I'll come back with my final commentary.
This man took the time to write out a complete list along with time recommendations for how she could be a quote-unquote good wife. He's like, I want my meals at this time. I want to be served breakfast at this time. I need you to work out. I need you to do all this. At the bottom it says with a smile and be supportive. Happy wife, happy life. He's not talking about I need you to be understanding, be a listener, care for me, pray for me, like none of that. He just wants somebody to do these chores. This might as well have been the list he left for the nanny and the new maid he was hiring. When you leverage your chores in exchange for a wedding ring, all you'll get is a man willing to make a mule out of you. There is no wedding ring big enough. There is no amount of bills being paid that would make me want to sign up for this, but some women do. And don't be mad when this man doesn't expect to lift a finger. All they want you to do is cook, clean, do all the laundry, be an acrobat in the bedroom, never complain. That's all they want. And if you're willing to exchange that for a wedding ring, you'll get a lot of takers. There's a lot of men wanting exactly this. You're more than just what you can do for a man. What about your heart, your intellect, your nurturing ability, your femininity? Like, what about your wise counsel? But when you make yourself seem like all you are is an appliance, that's exactly how he's going to treat you.
Okay, so there's more to this, but we're going to spin the block and come back to this because I don't like to let things go. Let's just get into a few comments first, and then I'm going to come back with some more facts.
The Chance Thomas says, these past few years on social media helped me realize I'm not marriage material. Look, women are choosing to be single for a reason. Kelly says, not even Jeff Bezos' money can make me agree to this. The last comment says, he needs to post this on Indeed along with benefits and the hourly rate. True, what he described is a job. Look, Emma says, I'd hand him the bill for the services he's requesting with a smile and a supportive pat on the back. Tisha says, the first thing my daughter and I did when my ex-husband left was rip up his list of rules on the fridge and start celebrating our freedom. We never stopped. These guys don't realize that they are the ball and chain they complain about and always have been. I am Laura. Ryan is just saying the quiet part out loud. He doesn't see her as an equal or as a human. Contrary Mary says, not sure why anyone would tolerate this kind of treatment. Casey says, I'm praying this is satire because my mind can't take the idea of it being real. This last comment I'm going to read says, I want to see what the XY looks like that says, keep in shape, no excuses. If this isn't a word because we all saw the Mucinex milk dud with the gall to speak on a woman's fitness.
I wish a motherfucker would. Might as well have handed me divorce papers. I don't even know where to start. First of all, we wouldn't have even gotten this far. We wouldn't have even gotten this far because I never would have been your wife to begin with. Second off, there's not enough money or dang-a-lang in the world for me to participate in even one of those bullet points, let alone all of them. Like, Lisa, I hope your response was, that's a really weird way to ask for a divorce, but absolutely sign me the up. I'm not even going to say blink twice if you need help, because you need help. Like, at that point, you don't need a wife. You need a live-in mate. That is what you need. Baby, I'd rather be living in a trailer park with somebody that comes home and sits on my couch from Craigslist and rubs my feet and talks about our day than have to deal with any of that. Any of it.
Static Facts says, that man ran into my poke 13 times. Sarah says, you spelled 31 wrong. Kimberly says, I would make a list too. Number 1, crumple list. Number 2, shove it. And Sarah says, oh, you're so sweet. My blood pressure went up. I saw flames. 13 Moon says, this is where you go full feral and pee on it. Right where he placed it. And she came down in a bubble says, on this episode of Snapped, Sarah says, this literally made me scream. I bathe in your tears. Great name, by the way. Says, he'd be getting special fish for dinner. Girl, he's getting contact lens liquid in his drinks. Kay says, that female urge to crumple up the paper and shove it down his throat. And Sarah's like, you're better than me. They could have the paper to go into the crematorium with his body.
Lisa's husband did not give her a list to make her a better wife. Lisa's husband gave her a list of rules, similar to the way that your father gave you a list of rules if you wanted to stay in his house. Lisa has signed an indentured servitude contract. I don't think Lisa's realized it yet. She will.
This man took the time to write out a complete list along with time recommendations.
All I got is I wish a motherfucker would. That's exactly why I live by my motherfucking self. Motherfuckers like that wake up dead and don't know why. Motherfuckers like that get them southern pies. If you know, you know. Motherfuckers like this be getting divorced and be like, I don't know what happened. We had such a great relationship. Yep.
This man took the time to write out a complete list along with time recommendations.
You know, I'm not surprised anymore. Not surprised anymore. And this is why and then they get upset when we choose the bear. Right? Because the bear won't expect us to wake up at 5 in the morning to prepare a spread of breakfast. The bear won't basically force us to stay in shape. Force is the word of the day. The bear wouldn't force us to clean the entire house, top to bottom. The bear won't force us to make sure that, lunch is ready in a certain time. The bear won't force us to have dinner ready at a certain time. The bear won't force us to prepare snacks for him and his buddies. The man won't force us to do it all with a smile. And then the bear won't force us to go to sleep in a certain hour. God help me. This is why women choose to stay single. Or, choose the bear. Bear single. Seems about right, Lord have mercy with this one, seriously. Also, I thought we'd seen the worst after that sports dude that I don't even remember his name. I thought we'd seen the worst. Nope.